I am so grateful for all of you for joining and taking the time today. Again, I know it's a Saturday, and much like CAs, giving up their weekends and things like that, I don't want to take up any of your relaxing time. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kathy Yuri, and I'm the creator of the Chiropractic Assistant Association. But I've been an assistant for 25 years plus, and I love what I do. That's the number one reason why I started the association. I'm from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. I was born and raised there, but I lived in Ontario for almost 36 years. And I have 3 great chiro kids who grew up in chiropractic practices and promote chiropractic and love it as much as I do. So let me just start by explaining why I started it, because I've gotten a lot of great questions in the emails about why I'm doing this, whether it's just for chiropractic assistants or for doctors as well. And I'm a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I'm very good at what I do, but this, not so much. I started this because I saw a real gap in chiropractic assistant training. Over the 25 years that I've done this, I've trained a lot of assistants, and some of them who have been in practices for a long time, and they also felt the lack of opportunities for seminars and training. So there used to be, when I started, tons. There was a great series of seminars in Toronto that was and other places throughout Canada, called the Master Series. And if you've been around long enough, you might remember those. And then there was Parker, and now there's Pure and Powerful. But what I've really noticed mostly is that there's no representation for chiropractic assistants. It's mostly just for the doctors. So unless you're a pretty savvy assistant to attend those, you're not going to get very much out of that as far as running a practice. So I decided to create that platform. Now, I have been called a chiropractic health assistant. I know in Ontario, I've had a lot of doctors say it's not CAs, it's CHA. Well, I consider myself to be an assistant. So every practice I've ever worked in, it's been a chiropractically owned practice. And the terminology, I want to start with that, because we say chiropractic assistant, health assistant, wellness assistant. We say practices, clinics, offices, all those things. I just believe in all of them. I believe in chiropractic care, and I believe in having the very best assistants to help assist the practitioner so the patient can get the very best care. Bottom line, I'm all about the patients and making sure that everybody gets the best quality care and reaches their health goals. So in doing so, it's a team effort, and you need the very best assistants to help you do that so that you can focus on your patient care. Very simple. Throughout the process and all of the events coming up, I will elaborate so much more on all of that, but I have been accused of getting off track. So,
Kathy, sorry to interrupt. Can you let people in the lobby in? It says that there's people waiting, but I can't see the lobby.
Sorry. Thanks, Bree. Bree's here to help me out. And by the way, everybody, Bree Nixon, who's helping me as my colleague, she actually hired me many years ago and gave me my first job. So yes, there's a big gap where chiropractic assistant representation at seminars, and if you can even find a seminar. A lot of doctors, may not promote that with their team, and a lot of the assistants, I'm very well aware, are reluctant to give up their weekends or not be paid for seminars and such, So this platform, I felt, was very much needed for assistants to get the proper training, but it's also for chiropractors and any other practitioners who have their own practice to help to manage their team so that they can manage their practice. I believe that 100% that chiropractic care is one of the most important forms of care, every single person should have. My personal mission statement is to educate people about chiropractic care, as many people as I possibly can. And that is because I've seen the effects of it. If you go to the website, you will read some of my blogs, and I really just speak how I feel in the blogs. I'm not a professional blogger. I just sort of am trying to give as much of my education to the profession. And when I say the profession, I don't just mean chiropractic assistants. I definitely mean chiropractic. When I started, there was a huge community to draw from that really made you feel pretty special as an assistant, that you really were a part of the team, that you were giving back, that you were necessary. And I believe it's all chiropractors here with us today. So I'll just shoot from the hip on this. I've been in practices for a long time, and I've consulted. I don't consider myself a consultant. I have consulted in offices, so I've gotten to meet a lot of assistants and practitioners. And what I've been hearing so much from both, assistants feel they don't get the proper training. And from chiropractors, I hear a lot of turnover and, dissatisfaction from their assistant. There's no passion, drive, or initiative. So having done this for so long, I know from personal experience that I had to grow into the role or who I am today. And I had to learn for myself and see for myself the difference that we make. And that comes from being in practices and dealing with patients and having wonderful, appreciative practitioners that I worked with. They were just super. I've been very fortunate to work with amazing doctors and other practitioners as well. So I really believe that it's a foundation that has to be created that's really lacking, and I think we can create that. And from the standpoint of an assistant, I definitely want to bring more respect and a professionalism to what it is that we do. I mean, if my kids want to get under my skin in any way, they'll make the joke and say, well, Mom, we know you're a secretary, because secretaries are fantastic, but what we do is a very special, unique role that we play in care. So having said that, I definitely want to bring a level of respect and professionalism to chiropractic assistants. And I feel that a lot of us are definitely needing that community sense right now. I know that when I would go to a seminar, I would come back like just so driven and so ready to do so much. And, just a fire was lit under me, and I couldn't wait to get back into the practice to start putting things in place that I had learned. And again, the representation just isn't there anymore. So having said that, going forward, some of the things you can look forward to or, take advantage of will be CA training courses and accreditation. I'm kind of patterning that after how many hours the CA uses the association. I am partner accredited. That will tell my age. And really teaching the philosophy, our role, the structure, how to manage your office. And with that will come a lot of communication with the CA and the practitioners. So, which is vital. It is so important. They're the first person that greets your patients. And they probably see your patient more than you do because they see them coming and going. So it's a big responsibility. And I'm really very passionate about making sure that chiropractors are represented properly by their assistants. So also events. There will be a regular segment for practitioners that's called Doctor's Hours. And it will be a 1 hour sort of workshop where I'll have a specific topic. And I welcome feedback. I keep saying that in everything that I do, that I definitely want to hear from everyone on what they feel is needed most in their practice so we can address it. So Doctor's Hours will be a 1 hour segment with specific issues or concerns or challenges in the practice. Like the first one coming up on the 22nd will be hiring 101 and building your practice regardless of circumstance. Now, it's pretty difficult to cover all of that in 1 hour, but I promise you, if you attend, you will walk away with a handful of great tools that you can start with. I was talking to a lot of doctors. I know right now it's a big issue to hire assistants, and trust me, I know during the whole, shutdowns and emergency care, I was trying to get CAs for other doctors, and the truth of the matter is a lot of them just wouldn't leave the house because they made more money on serve, bottom line. So now trying to attract the very best is more important than ever. We don't want to just fill offices with people just because they take the job, obviously. So yeah, so that's what Doctor's Hours is all about. And there will be specific topics each time. I'm also going to do a segment every month called Your Thoughts, which will be for assistants, so that we can have specific topics and troubleshoot issues and challenges in the practice. I will be doing other seminars, and hopefully, I'm really hopeful that one day I'll be able to take them live and start seminars if I have to, I'm going to go province to province, town to town, if we have to have small groups, but it's vital that we come together. It really is. It's important to be with like-minded people and to feel supported and understood and inspired. So we're lacking that. And I really do want to bring that back. I also feel that it's extremely important for practitioners to spend time together as well, and feel that camaraderie. And so that's the whole point of this association: to uplift us, inspire us, and encourage us to do better. One of my favorite sayings and phrases, and I think it was Deepak Chopra, I don't know, I've been saying it for years to myself, but the best advice I can leave you with is that if you're, striving and searching for success, you're just going to find stress. But if you search and pursue excellence, then success will just come to you. So that's the foundation of this, is trying to have excellence in chiropractic assistance and practices. I'm going to open it up a little bit here and see if there's any questions anybody might have. I know we got started late, but I hope I answered some of your questions and gave you a better idea of what the whole association is about. Just quickly, I also wanted to point out, I've had some messages from doctors in Quebec, especially asking about bilingual. I am pursuing with my programmer, to make all of the seminars and all the workshops, everything we do, so that it is multilingual, because I definitely want each province to be represented. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to ask you all if you would like to unmute, maybe raise your hands, I guess, if you have a question. And I hope you can all hear that.
Yes, I can hear it, Kathy. I have a question.
Sure.
And I guess it's a bit of a setup, but I thought it was very interesting as a person who's a chiropractic assistant for years myself. Are you going to have information available for the chiropractors regarding all of the COVID protocols and things that are required of them? Like, is that going to be a resource you'll provide?
Absolutely. And originally, you know what, the truth is this: when I started, it's been a long process to create the association, because I've been in practices working as well. So it's taken me a lot of time, and I wanted it to be the very best. I want to represent the very best, and I don't believe that I'm representing all of you. I just feel like I have a point of view, and I just wanted to take the initiative to make something happen. But I will definitely be adding more to that, but I want to reach out to each association in each province, because everybody in the country is on very different pages right now. So I'm searching for good representation from each association. that can help me to add the accurate and proper protocols for everything. And like I said, initially I had so much on the website, but then would change it like week to week because everything was changing so much. So, and the truth is this, I at one point felt I'm going to take all of that off of the site about COVID, because I think every practice right now in every province is following their protocol and know their protocol. However, I wanted to focus on practice building, management, and chiropractic assistant excellence. I didn't want to focus on COVID.
That makes perfect sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, let me rephrase my question then, because COVID is just one topic. But if I wanted to reach out to you for assistance in a certain area, like COVID protocols or hiring 101, like you said, like is Absolutely. That what the membership's going to give me? You're going to direct me to resources, or you're going to provide the information? I just want to sort of understand that better.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? The phone lines are open, everyone. The email is there. I am happy. I've been answering questions mostly about the association right now. But listen, whether you're a member or not, I am always willing to talk about chiropractic with anybody. And I may not know everything, because I don't know everything, but I will find out for you. So if you have a question about anything in your practice, please feel free to contact me. I'm more than happy to help you. That's exactly what this association is all about, helping one another, being a community that supports and helps one another. So I'll be thrilled to answer any questions and get the right answers for you if you're not sure. Because I want to say this as well. In going into practices over these years, it's amazing to me. This is another thing that I definitely realized as a practice manager or a consultant. It's amazing to me how many chiropractors or practitioners in their practices that definitely don't know even the latest requirements in their practice. Some are just very simple, basic ones. Many do, but many do not. I've gone in to just take a look at practices for practitioners, and there's just very little simple things that I could pick up on to say, you don't do that anymore. This is what you should be doing. It's just very simple, but it's for some reason, and I'm not here to say anything about any other associations. It's just doctors go into their practice every day to care for their patients. And the idea of running a practice in a business, it's a lot. And unless you have a really person like myself that's going to go in and really take that initiative and read through things and be up to date on everything, you're just not going to know everything that you're supposed to know. You're just not. And reading through, not every assistant or manager has access to your Canadian Chiropractic Assistant or Chiropractic Association emails, or your provincial emails, or your college emails. A lot of my practitioners were more than happy to pass that on to me as well. Read through it themselves, pass it on to me, and then I bring things to their attention. So, sorry, apologize. To make a long story short, there are a huge amount of work. Practitioners, you guys should be able to walk into your offices and practices and just do what you do best, and care for your patients and have your assistants that are up to date on all of that. And if they don't know, call me. I'll take the initiative and let you know. That answer it great?
More than answered it. Thanks, Kathy.
Okay, and Emily, go right ahead, Emily.
Okay, so your fee for the year is around $281, right?
Yes.
And do I join as an office?
You do, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Does that cover one assistant? That covers two assistants? Is that just me?
Okay. It's a learning curve because I'm getting emails like this and questions, and I'm when I set up the site on the registration page, it explains all of that. It is your entire office and all assistants that work with you. So it's the practitioner, the clinic owner, the practice owner that will register, and it will cover all of your assistants. If you have two practices, it will cover both of your practices. and all the assistants that work there.
And that's all the coursework for like a year?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good deal. It should be worth like 1,000 or 2.
You know what, I know, and I totally know this, and because you know what, I want to build this. I mean, listen, like I said, I see starting seminars. I want to start those seminars. I want to attract the very best in our field. I want to be able to, you know, look, I want to give scholarships. I want to give, you know, help new chiropractors graduating. I want to have that kind of network. That's what I see for chiropractic. That's what I would like to do. So I wanted to be so that everybody can access this. I want everybody to join because.
And so roughly what am I going to see for the balance of January?
Well, for January on the events list, there'll be a doctor's hours on the 22nd.
Great.
The following, go ahead.
Yep, I'm listening,
The
sorry.
following week will be your thoughts, where I'm going to hopefully have more assistants that will log in and join in. And that's going to be, I'm going to be talking about mental health and burnout, recognizing it and self-care and having recognizing when you're burning out and some of the symptoms and some tips on how to take care of yourself while taking care of others. So every month there will be that. And then I'm going to start the course in February for chiropractic assistant courses. So each month, almost every other week, there will be a workshop with a topic and an event happening. And then again, like I said, the courses. So for right in January, I think so far I've got 3 upcoming each, and they're on weekends. And that's another thing I'd like some feedback on from the practitioners. They'll be on weekends on Saturdays from 1 o'clock till 2. I'll try to keep things to an hour. But hey, I welcome your feedback. I know doctors have different schedules. If there's a preferred time or something that would work better, let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? No questions?
Why don't you talk a little, yeah, I was just like, can you tell us a little bit about what's available on the website right now that the chiropractors may take advantage of? Because I know I know for a fact you spent time creating templates and things like that they can just use.
For sure. Right now we have clinic forms and you know, some pretty basic things that are required for running the practice. I'll continue to add to that when I like I said, when I hear back. I have reached out to some of the provincial associations to sort of network with them to put the very current, again, each practice, because each province can be very different. So for sure, I will have more videos on different topics, practice management. I really encourage the chiropractors and the clinic owners to please attend the doctor's hours, or I'll have everything recorded and it'll be available on the website and on our YouTube channel. So you can watch it whenever you please. And, you know, again, I would love it if you could take some little bit of time, send me an email on things you would like to cover. And please note, again, I'm going to say it again, I'm happy to answer any of your questions if you just want to send me an email about something specific that you're dealing with in your practice. I love what I do. I really do. And I really hope to make it so that you can walk into your office every day and be excited to be there and enjoy what you do and to build. I've generated millions of dollars in income in practices. And the truth is, for me, I know it's going to sound like, okay, but making money is very easy. Generating income is very easy. But to attract great patients and to maintain them and have that pay, stay, refer, and to grow a practice and enjoy it, rather than feel exhausted from it. That is my favorite thing to do. So there'll be a lot of that content on the website of how to build, especially during this time. I mean, I know it's real. I'm not acknowledging COVID in any way, but I choose to move forward, and I'm not somebody who's going to sit around and wait for things to get better. So I hope you'll take advantage of everything. The big thing, whether you join or not, go to the website. I'll have blogs. I will have videos and little quick tips and things that you can do in your, like I said, in your practice that will make the difference right away. Whether it's eliminating accounts receivable, generating more income in the practice, cash flow, and referrals, generating referrals. I'm going to say this right now. I don't know where you all are in the practice exactly, financially, mentally, any of that, but definitely whatever your staffing situation is or your team situation is, reaching out to your patients. I feel like we've had the best success because I've kept in touch and I've really tracked our patients and I've made the effort. I don't call them recalls, I call them care calls. But reach out to the patients and just, it's a care call to say, hey, how you doing? And we're here. I've always told practitioners when they start practices or open their doors or start for the first time, they say, I don't know where to start. And it just really is like unlock the door and be there. So for patients that I've heard from, they were just so thrilled and so grateful that we're here, that I'm here to answer their call or to give them a call. So that's my best advice with everything that's happening. Just show up every day. Any other questions that I can help you with? No? There's Miss Bree. She's going to keep me on track because I really will just go on and do a seminar on,
Well, I know how hard you've been working on this association, Kathy, to get it ready and to get it started, which is why I just want to make sure that, for the people that are joining you for the introduction, but they're sort of understanding the value of it. I know that you had also talked about essentially for your members that you would be sort of like a chiropractic assistant lifeline where they could, like you said, call and discuss specifically some of the practices, like confidentially discuss some of the challenges that they're having in the practice and sort of work with you to brainstorm solutions. That's also a member benefit, correct?
It is. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And I was just say, that being said, I think you should manage everybody's expectations and know it may not always be an immediate service. It might be a response service because.
Thank you, Bree.
Yeah, no worries. Just because I know you
need help.
Well, that's it. I know you want to do it all, Kathy, but everybody has to get in line to take turns and stuff. But I think that's as a former chiropractic assistant, as I said, that would have been fantastic for me when I had a real patient challenge with someone screaming at me or angry about something or saying, that they'd paid a bill and I didn't know how to handle the situation. My doctor didn't know how to handle it either. Having someone to call and say, this is what's happening, and just have someone say to me, that's okay. I've dealt with this, and here's how I handled it. Would have been a huge benefit, especially when I was starting as an assistant.
Yes, and what? And because that again, sorry, and thank you, Bree, so much for reminding me. That was really the real catapult to me starting this association. The truth is, on that day, if you read my blog on March 16th, when everything kind of went down, I truly did stand here. I was in the practices and I was getting messages and emails from chiropractors and assistants, saying, do you know about this? What do you think about this? And we were, discussing stuff. And I was just getting up to speed with everyone else and reading all of the, emails coming in and trying to make sure we were doing everything so perfectly. I remember driving home that day and feeling so overwhelmed, which I'm not usually in a practice. After over 25 years, I kind of got a read on things and I can relax and handle things. But I felt the overwhelmness and I was trying to reassure myself as well to say it's going to be like SARS, it's swine flu, it's going to pass. This is just another thing like that. But I truly felt like crying because I kept thinking about all of the patients that weren't going to get their care that they really needed. And that was my first thought. And then I was thinking how if I felt overwhelmed by the situation and I was trying to manage everything, I just thought about all of those, less experienced or newer assistants in practices, what they must have felt. And the truth is this, I don't know if anybody's here from any of the associations or colleges, but I I was quite upset at the fact that, you know, some chiropractors were getting slight warnings about their, maybe it was their social media or things, you know, voicemail, that they weren't following their protocol. And it really upset me because I thought this should be a source of support and reassurance. So I contacted the Ontario Association and I made the suggestion to say, listen, if you want your practitioners to do exactly what you're saying and word things exactly the way you were, then why don't you have somebody send out all those templates to them and make their lives easier? Because I was doing my own things and practices and sending them to other chiropractors and other chiropractic assistants and telling them, here, you can use this and you can edit it for your office. So I did contact the association and I believe they did that. They did come up with something like that, but I thought, you want all your association members to be on the same page, then send it to them. They'll be happy to do that. So it was that sort of stuff that really made me say, wow, you know, like we need to start supporting each other. And that's what really made me, it was that feeling and that thought of what was going to happen to the profession, because the assistants are struggling, the patients aren't getting their care, the chiropractors have to worry about their patients, their assistants, with their employment, they have to worry about their practices and their own families. And I just thought, where's the support for all of that? Where's the real support for all of that? And if I can make anything easier for chiropractic and for chiropractors and assistants, then that's what I want to do. Because you know what? People did that for me. And that's what made me continue to do what I'm doing and love what I do every single day. Along with that, I believe in chiropractic care because I get to see every single day for over 25 years how it really does change people's lives. And I think it's just one of the most important forms of care you can receive. So, and thank you, Ray, for keeping me on track.
No worries. Again, open, I was just saying, now I would recommend, again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them now. And then if not, we can start to wrap up unless you have anything else you'd like to say, Kathy.
I hope you'll just take advantage of what we have. And I hope that, so sorry, I don't see, sorry, Dr. Emily, I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I don't see any other questions in the chat.
No, I'm checking, but I did see this here from Dr. Emily, but I couldn't see anything. My apologies, Dr.
Nothing else. I just joined though.
Okay, so sorry. Yeah, I hope you'll take advantage of this. And again, I think it all goes hand in hand. It's patient care is number one. And you guys need great assisting. So that your patients can have the best quality care and you can do what you do. It's very simple to me. So that's what I hope to achieve. And to have a respectful profession in wellness assistant, chiropractic assistant, CHA, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call your practice. It's about caring for patients. And I'm striving for excellence so that you can have success.